osprey mother is free again. Thanks to a University of Montana biologist who saw that she had become entangled in her nest in Missoula. UW biologist Eric Green was passing by Friday when he noticed the bird's talons were wrapped in plastic string and other material that kept her pinned to the nest with the help of local tree service. Green got the bird out of the nest and untangled her. However, in her thrashing to escape, the osprey may have knocked 2 of her chicks out of the nest and left 1 egg unattended. Green said that saving the adult female is important for a healthy osprey population. This guy should be ticketed.
Yeah, because you and I would be. Anybody listening, go ahead and try and pick up, a baby deer and bring it home or something after its mom gets killed on the highway.
You're not allowed to touch any of that.
I wouldn't think he'd have the authority.
He's a biologist.
So?
Who gives a rat's if he's a biologist? He still can't do it. And what happens? He goes up there and a couple of chicks are knocked out of the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Tell my mother I love her! On their way down. One of the eggs now is over easy down on the sidewalk because he knocked it out of the nest. The point here that they're trying to make is it was plastic string.
That's exactly right. That's what to take away from the story.
That dirty petroleum-based product caused a mother osprey to get tangled, and now look what we've done. We've got 3 deaths on our hands because of that. Somebody's going to pay. Avon said it will cut another 600 jobs as it tries to reduce their spending. The direct seller of cosmetics said most of the eliminated jobs will be at North American businesses. Avon product sales have been steadily dropping since 2012. Guys could have told you that. They're trying to trim $400 million in spending by 2016. The company said they expect to take $45 to $50 million in charges as a result of some cuts, mostly in the second quarter of this year. By the way, President Obama yesterday was busy telling America that we should be ashamed and we should join the rest of the industrialized world and offer paid leave for mothers and newborns. His House Summit on Working Families had said many women can't even get a paid day off to give birth. Now, that's a pretty low bar. The president is talking about paid maternity in the midst of midterm election campaign, where he is focusing on women voters. And this is perfect Democratic strategy. How do you win a vote? You promise somebody in your voting block something.
True.
You give them something, some money, somehow, whether it's a form of a food stamp, a Social Security check, a benefit, a student loan, a tax reduction, something. You give them something. How in the hell are companies going to be able to give a mother... It's already a law. They have to give them leave.
Right.
And when they're done, they have to have their job back.
Right.
That's fine. But how can you expect a company to have to pay them? The company didn't have the orgasm, okay? She did, all right? So these companies...
It's honest.
Well...
FIFA has announced it will investigate the alleged biting incident involving Luis Suarez from Liverpool. And if he's found guilty, and he will be... Paul, have you ever gotten a bite mark on your shoulder when somebody didn't bite you?
No.
See, I'm no doctor. I'm no soccer expert, but I know how the biting thing works.
Wow.
If they don't kick him out, then part of the corruption continues, and they want Liverpool to be one of the teams that's in there. I mean, it's pretty easy to see.
See, and I would never bite anyone from Liverpool, but I'd bite somebody from Iceland. But not Liverpool, all right? I hate liver. Would not bite them.
You're originally from Fudge?
Oh, yeah. You're from Brussels? No way am I biting you.
I'm not even guarding you.
The sale of Bob Dylan's handwritten lyrics for Like a Rolling Stone has now set a world record for a popular music manuscript. I wouldn't have paid $69.95 for that. The lyrics were sold yesterday for $2 million to an unidentified bidder. Now, The previous record holder was John Lennon's lyrics for A Day in the Life. It sold back in 2010 for $1.2 million. The Dylan lyrics are written in pencil on stationery from the Roger Smith Hotel in Washington. He doodled, wrote ideas on it, like the name Al Capone, next to the line where like a complete unknown was. Mm-hmm. He wrote Al Capone, looking to rhymes with.
Right.
That kind of thing. $2 million for that thing yesterday. What a nut. Mm-hmm. That guy's just got too much money.
Yeah.
And he'll take that. Someday that'll be on Pawn Stars. Guy's going to take that in there, and he's going to offer Rick Harris that for $2 million. He goes, well, I'm going to have to keep it a while. I got to make some money on it. Right. The edges aren't real good. I'll give you $300. God, that show, Mark.
I know.
Phil Collins is giving back to the Alamo what was originally part of the Alamo. Phil Collins has a big collection of Alamo artifacts. Going to donate them to the Texas General Land Office. They're the ones in charge of running the Alamo.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably got him a good deal on a rental car.
Did you take a dumbass pill today or something before you came in?
Did a little humor.
Collins is believed to own the largest private collection of items related to the Alamo. Jim Bowie's legendary knife. He's got one of only 4 rifles that were left that were owned by Davy Crockett.
Wow.
In fact, Phil Collins wrote a book. It was called The Alamo and Beyond. It was published back in 2012.
Interesting for a guy who's not from our country.
Okay, do tell.
Well, no, I'm just...
Yeah, he's just been infatuated with the Alamo. And had the largest collection of stuff down there. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about Hunter Hayes earlier. He's going to join the celebration to mark the 75th anniversary of the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum. He will perform 3 songs with the Boston Pops at the ceremony August 2nd in Cooperstown. Other people who will be there include Paul Simon, Yolanda Adams, a few others for baseball's Hall of Fame. So let's see. He's what, about 19 or so? So he was born about 98. Derek Jeter was shortstop, breaking into the league.
Uh-huh.
Mark's in the Hall of Lame. If you've listened to some of his jokes lately, he's going to be.
I got people next to me, just so you know.
He's in the Hall of Lame,
and
by
proud
the way.
to be there.
Yes, gosh.
I'd like to thank everybody.
I wonder if he rented a car. I got it, Alamo. Okay, we all got it, Mark. Let's move on, shall we?
I don't think it bothered everybody else, though.
Oh, it bothered him. Look at him out. And when Eli Wallach accepted his honorary Oscar in 2010, he pointed out how he had played just about every character on screen and in real life. In real life, he was a nice guy. Married to the same woman for 66 years. Wallach was the ugly in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He played Don Altabello in Godfather 3. He was the 3rd actor to play Mr. Freeze in the Batman TV series. And, he did everything in his career. Over 80 years his career span.
Wow.
He said his secret to a long marriage was that he always puts his family first. He was 98 years old. Started acting when he was 14. And now
98, lived for a long time.
I was surprised to see him in the second Wall Street movie a couple years ago. He was in that, too.
Mm-hmm. Married for 66 years. Think how long he would have lived if
he wouldn't have handicapped himself.
Well, let's not go on to that. That's about all I got, Mark, unless you got anything else you're interested in.
Paul, it's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally. They get better. A farmer in the field with his cows counted 196 of them. When he rounded them up, there was 200.
When he rounded them up.
What is Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
I don't know.
Wada!
Wada? Good. There's my Hall of Lame member.
Hold on, one more.
Okay. I like how you did the karate chop thing with your hands.
Well, you got to sell it.
Okay.
There was a prison break, and I saw a midget climb up the fence. As he jumped down, he sneered at me, and I thought, well, that's a little condescending.
A little condescending. That's kind of funny.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's my favorite one out of all the ones you chose. That's a little condescending. This is more for John than it is for Jake Mushy. Now that Jake Mushy is spoken for, and him and his little honey are just living the dream. Oh yeah, Jake Mushy. It's for John Mushy.
Okay.
John, you got to keep your eye on Katy Perry. She's the queen of the digital download. She is the most awarded digital act in the history of gold and platinum awards for digitals. Katy Perry's songs have been downloaded or streamed 72 million times. Now, when you stream a song, what do you do to it? What the hell is that? Do you listen to it once?
It's a play.
It's a play. Okay,
Right.
That's a stream.
Right.
Why don't they just say, had 72 million plays?
I don't know that, Paul, because that way a stream comes down the internet, so...
No, a stream is what I need on my place. That's what I need. Just one stream.
Not 72 million?
I need one. The town of Lake City in Tennessee has changed their name to Rocky Top. Over the objections of publishers of the song, the mayor confirms the town council voted for the name change. Publishers of the song made a last-minute bid in federal court to stop it. Group developers hope to capitalize on the name by building a complex that includes a 3D animated theater.
Well, they got to do something because the corn won't grow on Rocky Top. Turf's too rocky by far.
Okay. All right. If you're gonna try a joke, then I'm gonna try a joke. Didn't Tammy Wynette have a hit with Rocky Top?
No.
Lynn Anderson.
Lynn Anderson did.
Well, then they should, instead of making a 3D animated theater, they should make a double D animated theater.
That works for me.
Okay. All right.